Like, I'll warn you guys, I've been going through some serious emotional shit recently. It's like I'm living in this universe and the whole fucking thing is gonna explode in like 2 weeks. It's crazy. It's just like, what? All my stuff is there. You can't end college. It's ridiculous. Like, every day is just this like roller coaster of emotions. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, everyone I love is gonna leave me. And like 30 minutes later, I'm like, I'm gonna be working on the beach. I'm gonna be working on the beach. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to get up at 7 a.m. every day. What the fuck is that shit? No, seriously, it's like the world is gonna end. Everyone is like trying to act like everything's gonna be okay. I just want to go up to people on the street and shake them like, don't you know what's gonna happen? We're all gonna die. Oh. And you know how you have this idea that like if the world was gonna end, you know, in like 2 weeks, you go off and you do all like exciting things you've been like, you know, you've always meant to do. Apparently what I do is just smoke weed and talk about those things. Which is, honestly, I think it's like better than actually doing them. Because like, what good is all that work going to do for you when the world ends? It's like, oh, you have a picture of yourself holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's awesome. Oh, look, an asteroid. Who, you know, it's ridiculous. And it sucks that college is ending because for the last 5 years, all anyone has said to me is like, oh, college, those are the best days of your life. Yeah, you better enjoy them. I'm just like, shit, did I enjoy them enough? I don't know. I feel like I'm like a camel and I have to like fill my fun hump with enough fuel to like make it through the miserable desert of the real world until we make it to retirement, which is just like college again. You sit around with people your own age talking about how much better you are than everyone else and doing just awesome drugs. But like, I have this feeling like I need to make memories to like make this stuff last. I need to like get it in there. And so I'm putting all this like pressure on myself all the time. Like, I have to have fun, I have to have fun. And just, it doesn't work. It's like yelling at someone to have an orgasm. That's why Bill cheats on Hillary so much. Anyways, but I know soon I'm gonna like have to be out there in the real world and like working hard and like doing serious shit. But like for now, I just get to be lazy and like do nothing, and it's amazing. It's like for the last month, I've been living in the first snooze after your alarm goes off. It's like, of course I can't get any work done. Can you imagine how hard it would be to get out of bed if to do it, you had to write like a 10-page paper on the literary themes in 100 Years of Solitude? I would sleep forever. And also, like, now that I kind of know like what it is I'm going to be doing with my life, it is just painfully obvious how stupid everything these people are asking me to do is. Like, can you imagine a world where the stuff they taught you in school, like, actually mattered? like, you know, the stock analyst would be like, well, I'd buy Coca-Cola because, you know, their business model really, it makes you ask some interesting questions about the nature of existence and the self. Like, the president's trying to figure out if he should bomb Iran. He's just like, well, what was the role of women like in 16th century? I mean, or like your air conditioning breaks and you just ignore it because all truth is relative and everything should be Seriously, that was the worst thing anyone taught me in college. And it was like all anyone wanted to say. It's like, oh, all truth is relative. Everything's just, you know, complicated and nuanced, and you gotta consider various perspectives. You know, you can never really be certain about anything. You always gotta be questioning. And then I graduate, and it's like, apparently the most important thing is being absolutely certain about simple things. Like, you know, I ruined that one by putting it on the trailer. The main thing I learned in college is how to like doubt everything, especially my own opinions and what I think. And then apparently all I'm supposed to do in life is just, like, the guy who wins is always the guy who is most confident about his opinions. I'm just fucked up. I can't believe anything. College doesn't teach you how to be successful. College teaches you how to be a professor. And those are very different things. like, no wonder the unemployment rate for recent graduates is like 50%. If I had to choose between hiring like a recent college graduate and a newborn puppy, I'd go with the puppy. I would. I'd go with the puppy because he wouldn't have student loan debt, so he'd work for like a few biscuits a day. He wouldn't think he's smarter than me just because he spent the last 4 years not really listening to smart people. And if you want, like if that's your thing, you can still technically have sex with it. Like the only way I'm better than like a newborn puppy is I only puke on stuff late at night, and then sometimes in the morning. Like I've had jobs before, but only ever for like 3 months at a time. That's not being an adult. That's playing dress up like one. That's the same as the difference between watching an episode of Seinfeld and watching the same episode of Seinfeld over and over again forever. It's huge. And it's weird. It's weird, this like about face that my parents have done. Because like for the last 4 years, they've just been like, work hard. Are you working hard? There's more to life than having fun, you know. And then like for the last semester, they've been just like, have fun! Have all the fun you can, please. Just do it while you still can. And that's like the same way I feel. It's like for the last 4 years, I've just complained every day about class and how terrible it is, how boring and pointless and stupid, and now I'm done and I'm like, no, please give me class back, please, I'll do anything. Just let me go to class. I have to leave New Orleans. It's a stupid fucking thing to do. It's like, oh, you found this magical paradise where the food is amazing, everyone's happy all the time, you can drink whenever, wherever you want, there's always music in the air. That's great. We need you to leave so you can buy more shoes. And I'm gonna have like a boss instead of teachers. I don't want that. Bosses, they like expect you to do the stuff they tell you to. My teachers don't even know my name. Like bosses can like yell at you and get mad and make you feel bad about yourself. Teachers aren't even like allowed to raise their voice at you, which they don't do because they don't care in the first place what I do. I'm just an annoyance. And then if you do badly in school, you can just go complain until they raise your grade. Actually, I think as far as I can tell, that's the way the real world works too. So never mind.